I'm back with the next part of our Peasant to Emperor series, and last time we finally managed to crush the Southern Empire. That means there is only one empire remaining, the Northern Empire. They have been a bit of a pain, thousands have died in this war. I think the last time we checked, over 60,000 people have died since the beginning of the conflict. But we have managed to trap the Northern Empire in this little section here. There's not a lot of territory remaining. We should be able to take them down soon. With the help of the Aserai, who are also at war with them, we are slowly taking all of their land. The only thing that concerns me right now is the Aserai is getting a little too big. If we take a look here, they've expanded out of their normal territory and they have a few settlements, but the real concern is on the left side. Look how much progress they've made into our territory. At one point, this used to all belong to us, and now it is Aserai territory, which does scare me a little bit because if we ever go to a future war with the Aserai, that section there is going to be a massive pain. The only thing we can hope for right now is that war doesn't break out anytime soon. If we can somehow defeat the Northern Empire before going to war with anyone else, we will be in a great position. So last time we marched, we took a few settlements and our army has been absolutely battered. The lords barely have any soldiers left. The only one who keeps coming out of this okay is myself, and that's because 90% of my army is archers. So while I'm sitting back just firing at them from a distance, it is our allies who are putting their soldiers on the line. We have called in some new lords to join the army, but we need to wait for them to arrive. As soon as they do arrive, I'll disband the old army, I'll free them up, I'll let them rebuild their armies, and then we will march on the Empire. We're going to begin by doing the plan that I set out previously. We are going to march north along the river, and we're going to start with this castle before moving on to the settlement and taking the other castle. If we can take all three today, that'll be great. Anything extra is a bonus, but once we take those three, we want to kind of do a U-turn around the mountain and work our way back down. And then at some point after taking all of this territory, the Northern Empire is bound to give up. I don't think we'll have to conquer everything, but who knows? They may fight till the very last man. But now we need to wait for the army to arrive. The new army has been assembled and we are ready to march once more. We are going to take the fight to the Northern Empire again, and we are going to crush them until there is nothing left. We are over 800 soldiers strong. Something that caught me off guard though, while we were waiting for our army to assemble, the AI have assembled an army of over 1,600 soldiers, and they have actually launched the attack on the first castle. This castle was going to be our first target of the day, but it looks like the AI have already beat us there. We could march over and assist them maybe. It'll limit their casualties because if they auto-resolve that fight, I imagine hundreds will die. It looks like we may have arrived just in time. It is absolute chaos over here. There are enemy lords everywhere. They were trying to swarm our ally and take advantage of them. Our ally has already lost half of his army trying to take this single castle. What is going on here? How are we supposed to win a war when this happens? Alright, hang in there, my friend. We shall assist you in battle. We will take down the remainder of the defenders. And then we're gonna have to deal with all of these. How many Northern Empire lords are there? Last time I checked, we had about 50 of you locked up. I see. We've dropped to about 34 prisoners. That means about half of the prisoners we had previously are now free to roam once again. This could be a bit of an issue. I was not expecting this many Northern Empire lords on the battlefield. But it is okay, it's not something we have to worry about. We are going to defeat this castle, we'll assist the allies, and then we're going to march straight over to the settlement and launch our attack. With a garrison of 500, I guarantee you the lords are going to join together and launch an attack on us, which gives us an opportunity to take out the garrison and take out all of these lords in a single battle. We have to be careful though, we don't want to risk overwhelming ourselves and being taken prisoner. Alright my friend, we have arrived on the battlefield. We have come to assist you any way we can. Oh god. I'm here to assist them. Within the first 10 seconds we have lost about 10 men already. Not ideal. The catapults are going to prove to be a problem. Who was in charge of this siege? Whose idea was it to storm a castle that has 4 catapults? Whoever it was has sentenced many men to their deaths. We're gonna lift the ladder as quick as we can. I'm gonna force the men to charge. The reason I'm doing this is to force the men to push the walls. If we attack the enemy quickly, we might be able to put a stop to the catapults before they inflict too many casualties. And the infantry has arrived. They're trying to throw down the ladders, but it may be too late. I don't think they're going to be able to push us off now. Get inside quickly, men. Quickly, I say. The castle has to fall shortly. Maybe I can assist the men. Where did this guy come from? He just jumped off the wall, did a superhero landing, and now he's ready to climb back up? What are you made of, my friend? Right, there's a catapult on my right. I see an opening. We might be able to just slip past the infantry and take them down. And we're in. Alright, my friend. You need to die. And quickly. You're taking up too much of my time. Drop your damn shield and fight like a man. I'm gonna have to kick him off the wall or something. He's refusing to get out of the way. And there we go. Okay. We have taken one part of the wall. Can I throw the rocks far enough? I don't know if I can. Nope. Okay. That's a bit of an issue. There are some archers up top that are causing us some issues as well. So I'm going to try and eliminate them. Protect the men a little bit. The soldiers at the front gate are getting ready to defend. It's not long until the ram arrives. The more soldiers we kill on the wall here though, the more of them will rotate. And it'll leave the other areas weaker. We just have to hope that we can hold the ladders. The enemy are throwing javelins at me and they're starting to hurt a little bit. We still haven't managed to defeat the enemy on the wall. They're holding that doorway for their lives. It's such a narrow entry point that they're able to pin us back. We need more reinforcements. We've only eliminated one of the catapults. If we're gonna win this battle, we need to take down the other three. Alright everyone, charge men, charge. Take the fight to the enemy. The front gate has fallen. Cut them down, men! Cut them down! I don't think the siege tower ever made it to the other side. Then again, I don't even know if we had a siege tower, if I'm completely honest. I didn't really look. Assuming that there's no ladders here, we did indeed have a siege tower. But we must now take down Catapult 2. There we go. We also have access to some fire bombs. Never mind, the battle is over. We have taken the castle, but to be honest with you, we lost more men than I think was worth it. If we didn't just rush into the battle and took our time a little bit, we would have been able to eliminate the defenders without losing too many men. But we are just going to rest for a moment. The enemy lords are going to scatter around. I don't know where they're going or what they're doing next. But it looks like the allied army is now on the move once again. They still have quite a few wounded soldiers, but they are just going to march away for now. I don't know if they're going to go south. I don't know what the plan is. There's an Empire castle to our right that is under siege by the Aserai, which is actually great. Even though I mentioned I don't like the idea of the Aserai expanding, if they can take down the Empire for us, I'm not going to complain. But we are now going to stop waiting and we have to march. We are going to march to the enemy settlement to the east. There are over 900 defenders, so it's going to be quite the battle. It is not going to be easy to take this settlement down. But the plan right now is to bait out the enemy lords. By launching an attack on this settlement, every Empire lord in the nearby area will get alerted and all of them will instantly come running at us. I mean, watch now. It won't take long before they begin to arrive. Well, I think I may have spoken too soon. There is no sign of an enemy soldier anywhere, but the army has rejoined us. Why? Why must you come all this way to assist us? Go away. I don't need you, because if you take command of this siege, I am actually going to be really annoyed, because you're going to lead an attack that will lead many men to their death, and I just don't want that. I don't need that in my life right now. Hang on a minute. Oh, for a moment I thought we were still in command, but clearly not. He has taken over. Why? Why have you done this? If I abandon the siege, will they abandon it, or are they going to double down? Please don't tell me he's about to double down with 1,000 defenders. Run away, my friend. Do not carry out this battle. It is not going to go well for you. Just leave. Leave now while you have the chance. This is what happens when the AI takes over your battle. He led hundreds of men to their death. He is down to 600 soldiers with 250 wounded. And now he has abandoned the siege. He is running for his life. Leave it to the real commanders, my friend. I have taken countless Empire settlements. We know what we're doing. There are still 800 defenders. He barely made a dent. Was it worth it? Are you happy? Just leave it to the professionals. And it is time to launch our attack. We are outnumbered by the defenders, but we have taken our time, something the AI just doesn't want to do, and we have eliminated all of the enemy's defenses. It should be a straightforward battle. Although outnumbered, our men are superior, and we should be able to chip away at their numbers without fearing for our lives at a catapult crushing us. The only concern we have right now is there will be a ton of archers scattered throughout the settlement. So although we have eliminated all of the catapults, it's not as if the enemy won't be firing back at us. Hopefully the Fiend champions can take them down, but we have to be careful. The castle will still be well defended, and with all the little peepholes in the towers and stuff, the enemy have the advantage. My goal for now is to eliminate as many archers in the front gate as possible. We don't want them to take down the soldiers pushing the ram. As for the others, I'm not too concerned about them. They're being a little bit of a pain, but the ram is my main focus right now. Speaking of the ram, where is it, men? Oh, there it is. Okay. I see. I apologize, man. Keep at it. We've eliminated quite a few archers already. I don't know how many more that we have to take down. We're gonna run out of arrows soon. I mean, surely by the time we run out of arrows, we would have killed at least 30 soldiers, I reckon. Are you dead? I think you are. I think that's a body just leaning on the window. Well, the ram is about to reach the front gate, which means the men will start storming the ladders soon, which means we shall soon bring an end to this battle. We will storm the settlement. We will eliminate the defenders, and this guy keeps watching me. He's throwing me off, man. Can't you just move your dead out of the way or something? That's it, men. Put your backs into it. The gate must fall today. Come on. Where's Grond when you need him? There we go. The front gate has fallen. We need to watch out for rocks. They're bound to drop something on my head. It's only a matter of time before a boulder comes flying down. But the inner gate... Oh, there we go. I told you it was coming. And he aimed for me. You son of a... Alright. Men, We need to somehow push through while there's boulders dropping from above. Don't give up, soldiers. Keep fighting, men. Actually, what if we pull backwards a little bit and allow the Empire into the tunnel? That will prevent them from dropping rocks on our head. If anything, they'll start crushing their own men. I don't know how effective that strategy was, if I'm completely honest with you. I still feel like the rocks are dropping on our heads. But now we are stuck in the tunnel with nowhere to go. Only forwards, men. Forwards. There are too many of them, man. Their numbers are great. We have to somehow keep pushing forwards, though. Any opening we can take, we have to take advantage. The only thing we can hope for now is that the men are winning at the ladders. But I don't know, with the amount of defenders there are, they might be having a harder time than we are. We're nearly inside. We've managed to push the defenders back. Keep pushing, men. We're nearly there. We've nearly broken through their ranks. Only a little further to go. And we're in. We've managed to cut our way through some of the defenders. I'm trying to create a little opening for the soldiers to get around the enemy. And we're in. We have finally defeated the enemies at the front gate. And we have been taken down. We have won the battle, but it was a costly one. I didn't realize how far the ladders were away from the main gate. The men that were scaling the ladders were all the way on the far left side. No one was coming to our aid. By the time they breached the ladders, it just took too long, but we managed to win in the end. It was a costly battle, 200 dead with 300 wounded. Not ideal for our first proper battle of the day, but at least we are victorious. We are already half the army we once were. We are less than 450 soldiers. I have called in for a new rotation. We're going to swap out the men once more, and then we're going to march for the final castle. The goal was to take this little strip from the Empire. The Aserai managed to take the castle from the Empire on the other side of the mountain, which is actually good for us. And if we take a look at the quest, we're now on 71 out of 100. We are making good progress, but we're just running out of soldiers. Some of the soldiers from the new army have begun to arrive, which means we can begin releasing the old army. We have arrived at the enemy castle with an army of over 1,000. We have smashed down all of their defenses. We have left them with 500 defenders and nothing to protect them. We are going to launch our attack. We are going to take another castle from the enemy, and then we will need to assess our situation. I'm not too sure what's going on right now. We have settlements falling all across the country. Whether that's to rebels, I don't know. But first, we're just going to have to focus on eliminating the enemy in front of us. This time, we don't have a battering ram to aid us. We only have the ladders. Whether that will play out for the best or not, I have no idea. But with only having 2 ladders, I can now focus my attention more on helping the men get inside. I thought I'd be more useful than I actually am in helping the men take down the infantry. We're not having much luck. So, for that reason, I'm probably just going to climb and help out the soldiers. I see the issue, men. There are quite a few soldiers up on the wall. Right then. Let us begin our attack. Let us try pushing back the enemies. Are those enemy reinforcements coming down the stairs? I believe they are. Well, this could be problematic. We just have to create a little opening. That's it. Alright, men. Charge. Don't hang around here. The moment we defeat some of the defenders, just push your way through. Eliminate everyone. Are there still enemy archers inside this tower? There are. Are there any upstairs? There are. What are you doing up here on your own, my friend? Thank you for the rock, though. I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet, but I'm sure I can put it to good use. And there are a lot of enemy soldiers flooding out of the gatehouse in front. Maybe I can smack them with the rock. Okay, I don't know how effective that was. It looked like some of the enemies fell over, which is a good sign. But I need to help the soldiers get inside. Push up the stairs, men. Come on, single file. Keep it moving. Go, go, go. What's taking you so long? I was hoping maybe I could parkour my way across, but I don't think it's going to play out that way. I would run with the soldiers, but I'm probably just going to get trapped in the doorway. It'll take us a little longer to run around, but it may pay off better in the end. Just wait for me, soldiers. I'm on my way, men. Hang in there. Who designed this settlement? And I have arrived. Okay. There's a little more soldiers than I was anticipating, I won't lie. I was not expecting about 100 or 200 soldiers to be holding the stairs. There are still some defending the front gate, but right now, I'll ignore them. We don't need that kind of trouble in our life right now. I've eliminated as many as I can with my arrows. Now I'm gonna have to try and cut an opening in the back. I don't like how many enemies are rotating from the right side, because it implies that the right side is doing fine. Have my men not managed to breach on that side of the castle? Are we having difficulties over there? That being said, we're having difficulties of our own over on this side as well. What is going on? Why can we not push through the enemy's defenses? All of the soldiers right now are just stuck in the gatehouse to my left. Why can they not push through? Come on, soldiers. What is taking you so long? Surely the enemy can't be putting up that much of a fight. Oh my god, and now there's more of them. Alright, this is clearly proving to be a bit of an issue. We're not having any luck whatsoever. And now I have attracted the attention of the entire gatehouse. I may have an issue here. I think we have sentenced ourselves to death. Alright, back, my friends. Back. I see the issue. There are about 100 of us trying to squeeze through a single door. And now I have trapped myself both ways. This was not my smartest idea. Why have I done this to myself, eh? Although we actually have a good angle on the enemy right now, so it's paying off for us. Okay, I've retaken the top of the tower. That's progress. But this battle is dragging on way longer than it needs to be. What took you so long, soldiers? Where have you been? Oh man, this was a nightmare of a battle. But it looks like we have finally won. I don't think we suffered too many casualties in the initial attack. It was just the fact that we were stuck in a bit of a bottleneck. The enemy just had us pinned down for ages. I think if we ever attack this settlement again, maybe we should attack from the left side rather than the right. But then again, we'd probably hit a bottleneck with this tower here. So now that we have taken the castle, it is time to quickly assess our current situation. We lost a settlement in the north to rebels. Although rebels are a massive pain, we can't deal with them right now. I could march since it's right next to us, but it'll be a distraction from the Empire. The Aserai are slowly making advances in every direction. They've now taken this settlement in the south, which means they're just going to begin pushing north. There's nowhere else for them to go. I am still concerned with how big they're getting recently. In the left, we have more rebels that are also being a bit of a pain. So we're going to have to deal with them at some point as well. But if we take a quick look at the quest, we are on 97 out of 100 against the Northern Empire, which means if we march on one more settlement, we may actually be able to bring an end to the war. I'm thinking about storming this castle as quick as we can. We still have over 850 soldiers in the army. It's kind of out of the way and we will have a bit of a distance to march. But if we can get there quickly and take them down before we begin losing progress, we might be able to end the war right now. Are you ready, soldiers? We might be about to begin what may be the final battle against the Empire. We right now are on 94%. It has dropped a little bit since we arrived at the castle, but we have destroyed all of their defenses. We have built some towers because the ladders seem to be a little bit of a bottleneck. We have 850 soldiers. We are about to march for what may be the final time. This is it. The moment we've been waiting for. Let's lead the assault men. Into position, soldiers. Eliminate every Empire warrior that sits inside this castle. No survivors. Today we could finally bring an end to the Empire. The battle has been going on for about a year. There were 3 empires, they all banded together. They thought they could take us down, but no. We may finally bring an end to them once and for all. We have shown the world the strength of Britannia. It begun with the Vlandians, our first enemies. And then, the Empire. They saw how strong we were becoming. They decided all 3 of them were needed to take us down, and yet it still wasn't enough. The attack will be a little bit slower because we gotta wait for the towers to arrive, but I don't think it'll be much of an issue. It gives us more time to eliminate all of their archers. There are so many enemy archers that normally I have a few arrows left in reserve to assist with the infantry to try and help us punch a hole through their defenses. But not this time. All of the arrows are gone. What's taking the towers so long to arrive? There is nothing I can do right now other than wait for the tower. It has been nearly 3 minutes. We've already taken down 35 soldiers. Get it into position already, men. For I am going to climb the ladder ready. So as soon as that tower is... Oh, hang on a minute. Are you really not going to let me climb? I'm stuck. I see. Alright, we're just going to have to hang on to the side of the siege tower. We got ourselves a free lift to the wall. But it is now in position. Who's with me, men? Who's gonna climb and fight? Fight to bring down the Empire once and for all. We shall lower the gate. And it is time to attack. It is going to be a tough battle. I don't expect the Empire to go down without a fight. I mean, about 70,000 people have died in this war. So if we expected an easy fight from the Empire, we got another thing coming. I thought the tower might have helped more than having the ladders, but I don't know. The tower might have actually created more of a bottleneck against the enemy. At least when you have two ladders, the ladders are kind of spread out with a little gap between them, so you can climb up at 2 points. But with the tower, it's a single entry point, which actually probably is working against us right now. And I've fallen off the wall. Alright, bear with me, men. I don't know how much progress we're actually making. We're still stuck in this damn tower. Note to self, next time either just bring a battering ram or just don't bring anything. We've managed to push our way through the other side. I'm trying to kick them off the wall. It seems to be the only thing that's effective right now. The more I can just boot off the edge, the bigger the gap I can make for the soldiers, and we have been taken down. But I did manage to boot a few off the wall and they're now running around. But it's not going too well for us. We've created two bottlenecks on either side of the wall. Why have I done this? Well, the enemy put up quite the fight for what may be the final battle, but in the end our numbers overwhelmed them. We managed to take the castle. And we have finally done it. We have brought an end to the Northern Empire. Along with that, all three empires have finally collapsed. Britannia has come out the winner. We have been given the remains of their territory. It now all belongs to Britannia. We can finally disband the army, and for the first time in nearly a year, we can finally go home. We can march all the way across the other side. Men, we get to see our families again. We can rebuild, we can celebrate the peace, but I don't know how long it's gonna last for. Although this is a great day in Britannian history, we have driven out the invaders, we have driven the Empire out of our homeland. There are still 3 other kingdoms remaining. We have the Sturgeons, the Khazate, and the Aserai. Right now, out of the 3, the Sturgeons are the weakest. They only have this little section to the north. Next up is the Khazate, which own all of the eastern side of the map. And then that leaves the Aserai. We have allowed them to become too strong. We have allowed them too far into our territory. We may need to drive them out. There are some rebels, but maybe the AI will deal with them since we're no longer at war with anyone. But we have done it. We have finally brought an end to them. The battle was brutal. Thousands and thousands had to die in the end. I'm pretty sure with the Northern Empire we had a casualty rate of about 70,000 in total. The Western Empire, I believe that was at least 50,000 on top of that. The Southern Empire, I think only about 10,000 people died in that conflict, because we didn't really get to see the Southern Empire as much. But man, over 100,000 people in total on all sides had to die in order to win this war. I guess the question is, where are we heading to next? Who are we going to start a war with? Ideally, we could probably start a war with Sturgia and try to eliminate them as quick as possible. As they're so weak and it looks like they're at war with the Khazate, we may be able to take advantage of their current position and eliminate them quickly. Then, I think ideally, after eliminating Sturgia, we work our way down the eastern side of the map and defeat the Khazate. Then that lines us up with an all-out war against the Aserai. It will be the north versus the south. Can we do it? That being said though, all it takes is one of those 3 kingdoms to declare war on their own, and then the battle plan goes completely out of the window. It could just turn into a free-for-all for Colradia. But that is all we're going to have time for now. I need to go celebrate our great victory. And as always, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, stay ya.